Look at this rear wheel steering. Go lock to locks, Gins. There you go. Really does turn a noticeable amount. So you can feel the turning circle. You can feel it. It looks kind of crazy. Wow. Okay, let's bring it back and we'll do a little walk around, shall we? So everyone, I've got a few minutes with this EQS. We've been filming with Car Wows and on the runway, running it against some other cars. So on the Car Wow channel, if you're not already subscribe to them and you're going to see the EQS versus some electric competition. But in the meantime, I've got a bit of time to kind of prod and poke around this car. Grab the GoPro, so let's give you a few little bits up close, ad hoc as we go, make it up as we go along, eh? So, what do you think of this? This is just the rear wheel drive one, and but still has a battery pack well over 100 kilowatts. So at 90% state of charge, it was still showing a range of 400 miles. Obviously, that range would be difficult to get in the real world. Potentially, we need to do a long drive and test this. So, firstly, let's bring you up close to the front here. Digital lights this has here, and then there are some vents that go through here. And then they do come out into this slot here for sort of aerodynamic aid. This is just solid, this black bumper here with these kind of Mercedes emblems, and there is a light bar that runs across the front here. This is a German press car, as you can see. So in here you can see some flaps. So it's obviously got some active aero flaps. There's a camera here for the parking, but there's no kind of obvious radar panels like you do in the e-tron GT, for example. It's a pretty sleek looking car. What I did notice is a panel gap here. I mean, this is a press car, it could be semi pre-production, so we might have to assume the production car will have tighter gaps here, but it does look like nice paintwork. I don't really get this. This is a little flap that pops out for the wash wipe refill, but it seems a shame to have put that on there and not just have an access under the bonnet. Here we've got some pretty big tyres. Let's have a look at the tyre size. 265 40/21s. These alloy wheels that have this kind of section going around it here, so I presume that they're fairly aerodynamic. And you can see down the side here the kind of swage lines it has. We've got a very large head-up display here, by the way. Look at the size of this in here. Very large. Give you a walk around the side and I'll get inside it. The handles do pop out and then they go back in, and this is an EQS 450 plus, they call it. This gap here, that is a solid bit of plastic, so that doesn't do anything. Got these LED lights. Shame it's sort of things like those moulding marks, they can't kind of remove those from a car this calibre. Let me see it right from the back here. I'll open the boot up in a moment and show you that. This is quite a nice action on the what looks like a petrol flap, but it's actually a charge flap. Standard CCS, it's the only port on the car, and then we just close it back up, but that's quite a nice action there. Very good. Chrome trim on this one. There's no tinted windows, and I thought there might be some window blinds here, but there actually are no window blinds. So I don't know if it's an option on this one. Perhaps so, you'd think so, but then you think a press car would be pretty loaded. And then at the back here, these seats do recline. I'm reclining that one now. And I'm doing that from a button on the door here. Now the button doesn't move, that's the weird thing, it doesn't really move, it's literally just going by touch. Let's put it all the way back. And this seat base, does that move? No, the seat base doesn't seem to move. And the headrest does move up with a nice soft pillow on there. White carpets, this is brave, huh? This is brave. So if I don't get some footprints on there, but there is a lot of room. But let's come on to that in a minute, because I want to get my position in the front and then show you the space in the back as a result. So we've got soft closed doors. The thing is, when you get to here, now it's trying to power open, then you kind of have to force it shut, and then it's resisting me, and you get to there and it latches and pulls. So they're kind of weird, because unless you do it by the book, it doesn't kind of work as smoothly. Like now it's resisting me, now I'll close it. It's kind of strange. Same here, so pull that, clunk, release, and then if I close it now, you have to kind of prompt it. So it's a kind of strange action. That, there we go, it is actually power opening on me. and just push it to close it. So yeah, it does feel kind of strange. There's a camera here. I don't think there's going to be much to see under the car. Let's try and show you. Yeah, battery there. Okay, so let's go around and get in the front of this. Clunk. You can see here what's going to happen to these light carpets. That won't take long. So now, driver's seat, very comfortable, and again some adjustment here. Let me just pull the window up because of the wind. There's memory, there's ventilation, and then you've got some controls, so you can control the right hand seat from here. You've got fairly conventional window switches, Burmeister sound system, very nice, and it actually feels quite sort of cozy in here, definitely like a cockpit. Very nice instrumentation. I'm sure there's lots to change on here and play around with, but I've only got a few minutes for the car, so I'm just going to do the best I can to show you what I can in the meantime. This one does have a nice sunroof here, so it's very light inside. Obviously the light interior is very light and airy, and then of course the massive screen. So this is actually quite high up, and you do feel like you're sitting right in it. I've got a soft cushion behind my head, that's very good, and then I've got a big open space under here. There's a kind of strap here for strapping things in, stop and sliding around. Kind of a little bit awkward to get under here, I would add. And then in here, a bit of storage for phone at the front, cup holders, USB-Cs, and that's probably a wireless phone charger. That's probably a wireless phone charger there. Push that, it closes down. It's quite nice materials, I mean, as you'd expect, although fairly firm. In here we've got a center console, a couple more USB-Cs there, and it looks like another wireless charging pad here. You close them up like that. Start stop on the car here. I guess this is let's turn the vehicle on. Okay, the vehicle's, look at this screen, it is big. The only thing I'm sort of thinking is from here, so this is in front of my face now, it's kind of covering part of that section here. Oh look, let me close the door from here actually. We slide that, very good. We might just close the door for your rear seats, sir. Now the doors make more sense. You do need a chauffeur to open and close the doors for you, and then you just open the door. There's that. Very good. Okay, well let's close that up there. Let's see if I've got time to go into the home menu. Got this screen on the right hand side. These air vents, by the way, these are lovely. Very nice. I can show you this one pretty close up. Nice sort of metal turbines. You do just manually move them around like this. Let's have a look at what we got here. So let's go to home. It is massive. I mean, there's no way around it. This is a really big screen. Kind of familiar Mercedes navigation now. I've got something similar on the EQV really. So EQ button here, let's see what we got. So this car's been, I've been down this runway a little bit, there's some testing with CarWow, but a 78% charge, 328 miles of range. Now it hasn't been driven economically, let me assure you of that. So it would be great to get this out and test it in the real world. But it does look promising, doesn't it? So let's go back to there. I've got a few options here. Seat comfort, eco drive, maximise the range to get 2 extra miles. Consumption. Yeah, I mean, there's no point really me giving you, actually to be fair, that's not bad, 38.2 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometres. So, actually no, for 100 kilometres, not even 100 miles. So, yeah, it's, but we've not been driving it economically here today. So this is definitely not data that we should reliably take. Head-up display options, and it is massive. It can, I don't know if this will come out on camera, but that big panel there, it's actually focused quite a long way out with a sort of line, and it's low down. So although this is very big, on actually what you see is a sensible size, and you can see the speed in quite large characters. But as you'd expect with most head-up displays, active steering assist on, there's rear wheel steering, comfort doors, vehicle height obviously. Okay, as you expect, this is a plenty big enough menu. This looks pretty reactive. Let's zoom in and out. Yeah, it's pretty good like that. Let's go back to there. And we've got in comfort, that's what we need with this. Massage seats, now we're talking. There we go, now we're talking. Oh, so the energising comfort, I've seen this in the EQC where it does sort of colours on the screen and can even play music to give you a kind of ambience to the car. There we go. So if I display local charging, what does it show here? Charging stations in the vicinity. See, I'm just wondering here if it filters down. So I've seen in some cars it doesn't show, for example, it just misses out the Shell Recharge, which are usually now quite fast chargers, and it tries to take you to 50 kilowatt instead. And I don't know if it'll actually filter down to the high kilowatt. Oh, there's the volt boundary. Actually, they're not 162 kilowatts, so that's incorrect. There we go. I can't do a video of going through the menu for ages, but again, I don't think that's 200 kilowatts. Maybe it is. Anyway, right. Let's have a look at anything else in the menu here. Whilst I've still got 2 seconds. There's a screen here. What have we got here? Don't seem to be able to do much on that one at the moment. We got into that earlier and it accessed some of these settings. So the door's shut. It doesn't power open. If I push it, that's resisting me. Now it goes. Why doesn't it open? Oh, now it's closing. Yeah, it doesn't. So you still have to push it. Maybe I'm missing a trick somewhere. There must be a button to open that. Right, open door, no. No, it just closes again. You'd expect that to be a little pull and it would open the door for you, but it doesn't, and then you have to actually push it against the motor, then it suddenly swings open and it resists again. So that's all kind of strange. I'm not sure what I'm missing a trick there, whether there's something different that they're going to be doing. And if I'm the last one out, I push the door, it closes. Yeah, it's kind of strange. Okay, Ginz has sussed the doors out. Explain the doors, Ginz.
So what happens is, if you don't quickly open it and close it, it works like a normal door. The motors are not working, nothing. It's a simple normal door. If you open it, wait, motors engaged, and then it works as an electric door.
So it resisted, but then it closed it itself.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is sit in the back and then open the door, but you don't really want to push it open yourself. You just want to open it and the power opens. Does that work for you? It wasn't really working for me. So close for him. He's undone it, it just releases, and you sort of push against the motor, which is what he's doing now, which is strange. You see what I mean? It's not just me making it up, is it?
Yeah, that doesn't work. But what does work is this.
But let's say you're in it and getting out of it for the first time. Push the button, will it open? No, bit awkward, push it again.
And I'm pushing it very hard.
You're pushing against the motor, aren't you?
Yes.
So that's kind of strange. I don't know if we're missing tricks. Obviously you can open it if you're the chauffeur, but let's say you're just getting out of one and the chauffeur hasn't opened it for you. It'd be a bit strange.
Even if I'm opening quickly, the motor is engaged already.
Yeah, it just seems kind of strange to me. Anyway, there we go. Oh, we didn't show, tell you what we didn't do. Didn't show anything of the boot. Hang on. And this is the boot space. This is a brave choice, isn't it? This light carpet. But it's big, it's wide. Is there any storage under here? Some cables. I guess the seats fold from that button there. Is that? No, they're released, but they don't actually drop themselves right down. But that is pretty wide. Little access panel there. Not really much to see, is there? The boot is that big. It has this kind of parcel shelf hooked onto it that goes up with it there. Close it. Has it got foot gesture? Yep, there we go. Has it got foot gesture control? I don't think it does. Can't get it to open on foot gesture, so maybe not. It just has this twist there, and I presume there's a camera under there. Yeah, that would come out. There we go.
I'm going to get some lunch before I go.
That's what the key looks like there. That's quite a smart looking key. It's better than the other ones, isn't it? That's nice. When I put my seat into my kind of position, this is kind of weird. You expect these buttons to move, so this is kind of strange that they don't. Let's have a look. So, I'm still 6 foot tall. Let's get that into a comfortable position. Yeah, that'd be very comfortable. This cushion, by the way, is very good. And let's have a look. Let's see this. No wonder it's got something that watches how much you pay attention. So, obviously, as you expect, plenty of headroom. I think the seat is right down. Let's have a look. Yep, so that's the seat right down, 6 foot Not tons to be fair, but enough for me certainly. I thought there might be more, but yeah, I mean, it's okay. Plenty of leg room, so I'm comfortable. This is how I drive. Let's see what I've got in the back. Actually, that door's resisting me quite a lot then. I needed to let it power open on me. Okay, so in the back behind me, it looks like there's going to be plenty of space. Let's jump in and have a quick look. So, the problem electric cars often have is the floor is very close to the seat base because of the battery. So if I go from here, well, there is a bit of a gap here. You kind of do expect the floor to be lower, but it's comfortable. Let's just see how much the seat reclines here. So that's its most reclined, and this doesn't, on this model, do anything here. So what have I got? Well, again, actually okay, not tons, and I'm pretty close to that. I mean, I can have a sleep like that pretty easily. So I thought it'd be bigger. No innuendos. It's okay. I think if you were much more than 6 foot though, you'd be getting pretty close, if I'm honest. And I do still feel like with that seat in that position, I can't really get my feet under. I can just about tuck my toes under, but if there's a bigger gap there, I could get my feet a little bit further under, would be nice, but I can't. Anyhow, there we go. That's the back of an S-Class, which, or sorry, EQS, which I think if you're buying one would be a very reasonable place to spend your time. I do kind of feel like the seat base, if it could go flatter and further forward, would be even more comfortable, but it's not bad. I could happily take a long journey in this. Right, they want the car back. I've got to go. Thank you for watching.